Hi guys! So I am so excited for today. Welcome to the Fear of Criticism. This is video 2 in the 6 Ghosts of Fear series that I'm doing. And I am really excited for today for a couple reasons. First of all, I just wanted to say I really appreciate any and all of you who watched my video yesterday on the fear of poverty. I really appreciate that. I hope you're all doing well today. The reason I'm excited for this video is yesterday when I got off, hi Melody, when I got off the fear of poverty, hi Jenny, I had a fear of criticism. When you put yourself out there, it's very scary and you're not sure how people are going to respond. And the funniest thing happened, and the way I handled it made me feel pretty good. So I had a gentleman reach out to me and he said, I love your live, I really appreciate the content you put out, and I felt really good. And then he said, I feel like more people would watch your video if you straightened your hair, if you took off your glasses, and if you wore makeup. And I laughed it off. So that says a lot, because old me would have been like freaking out if someone had said that to me. So that's why I'm really stoked about the video today. Hi James, hi Rob. So the fear of criticism. Criticism is one form of service of which everyone has way too much. It is hard to tell where the fear of criticism began. It's directly related to the fear of poverty. Where one's found, the other one is usually close behind. The fear of criticism is almost as universal as the fear of poverty, and its effects are just as fatal to your personal achievement, mainly because this fear destroys initiative and discourages imagination. Now, a thief will criticize the man from whom he steals from. Politicians seek office not by displaying their own virtues and qualifications, but by attempting to besmirch their opponents. One thing we also need to keep in mind, especially as parents, is criticism will plant fear in the human heart or resentment, but it will not build love or affection. Napoleon Hill had said that he feels it is a crime for parents to instill in their children an inferiority complex. And I feel this is absolutely true, because if you unnecessarily criticize your child, they're going to begin to get an inferiority complex, and they're not going to be able to handle those labels society and their friends are going to have for them. So as parents, let's try to build up our children, because they deserve the best, and we know even as adults we have labels we have trouble getting rid of. Now, I know I have the fear of criticism, there's no doubt in my mind there, but I wanted to know how deeply this fear was seated so that I could dig it up. The symptoms of fear of criticism are self-consciousness, lack of poise, personality, inferiority complex, extravagance, the lack of initiative, and the lack of ambition. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in and see what the signs of these symptoms are. Self-consciousness, where you have nervousness. You might be timid in a conversation or when meeting strangers. Awkward movement in hands and limbs. I'm a hand talker, guys. Shifting of the eyes. You might lack poise. Signs of that would be a lack of voice control, nervousness around others, poor posture of your body, or poor memory. The symptom of personality, you might be lacking a firmness in decision, personal charm, and the ability to express opinions indefinitely. The habit of dodging issues instead of facing them. You might even agree with others without careful examination of their opinions. This was huge during the presidential election. A lot of people just agreed because they didn't want to argue. And the next symptom is inferiority complex. Signs of that are a habit of expressing self-approval by words of mouth and by actions to hide a feeling of inferiority. Using big words to impress without knowing the meaning. Imitating others in dress, speech, and manners. And another one is boasting imaginary achievements. Now, some people do this and they come off as being superior, but the reality is they're really just trying to hide how they feel. Another symptom is extravagance. This is the keeping up with the Joneses, living beyond your means. Another symptom is lack of initiative. You might have failure to embrace opportunities for self-advancement, fear to express your opinions, a lack of confidence in one's own ideas, giving evasive answers when asked questions by superiors, a hesitancy of manner of speech. This is one that I do. I'll go to say something and then I'm like, oh yeah, well, and then I'll just retract it. Deceit in both words and deeds. This is a big one. And the very last symptom, but not the least, is the lack of ambition. Mental and physical laziness is a sign, a lack of assertion, slowness in reaching decisions. That's kind of like the fear of poverty where people sit on the fence. Being too easily influenced, being two-faced. For instance, someone coming up to you and complimenting you, and the second your back's turned, they're telling someone something horrible. A habit of accepting defeat without protest, or quitting an undertaking when opposed by others. Suspicion of other people without cause, lack of tactfulness of manner and speech, and an unwillingness to accept blame for your mistakes. Those are the signs and symptoms of the fear of criticism. After going through these more in depth, I realized that I have the symptoms of self-consciousness, lack of poise, personality, and a lack of ambition. As I work on personal development, I know that I'm going to get better at these. I'm going to be able to conquer this fear. I also know that if I can do it, you can do it. So thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have any opinions or any comments, please leave them below and I will definitely respond to you. Tomorrow's video is going to be on the fear of ill health, and it'll be earlier in the day. I have to do it around 2 p.m. So sorry for the time change, but I'm really hoping you guys can make it. And thanks again for joining me. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day.